Hey, you alright team, how's it going? Welcome to a new video. So today's just going to be a bit of a short video, just discussing if you're in the British Army, okay, you're going through training and you want to leave. So before we get into that though, so just want to thank all my subscribers, all my viewers. Thank you for clicking on this video. I really appreciate your support. Give us a thumbs up or click that subscription button, it really helps the channel. But let's get into it then. You're in British Army Phase 1 or Phase 2 basic training, and it's tough. Yes, it's tough. It's meant to be tough. It's turning you from civilian to soldier in the space of 14 weeks or just under a year if you're going through AFC Harrogate. Okay, you've got to pack in a lot of training. We need to get you disciplined to how a soldier should be, to prepare you for exercise and, more importantly, prepare you for future operations. You know, it's early starts, late finishes. You know, it's not what a lot of you are used to, especially if you're young. I joined at 16, and the majority of people that go through, I believe, are mostly between 16 and 20. Okay, and then you get a few people going through when they're older. Right, you got to get up at 6 in the morning. You're ironing until 10 o'clock at night, or prepping for the lessons next day, getting your kit ready, prepping for inspections, tests that you might have coming up. You know, you're going from, you know, maybe no job or some sort of job that's not too arduous to just working pretty much all day, every day, including weekends, with no really big breaks in between. Right, and then you've got some instructor sometimes shouting at you to encourage you, to motivate you, to just get you where you need to be. And at some point, pretty much in everyone's head, I would say in the majority of people's heads, you're going to get to a point where you go, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to quit. I'm going to give up. And there is a certain window through training where this can happen. But I'm telling you now, don't take that route just yet. I always say to people, just do the minimum of 4 years in the British Army, experience it, see if it's for you, and then after those 4 years, you can call it quits if you want to, or you can carry on. I think everyone should at least experience 4 years in the British Army, or some sort of forces, whether that's RAF or Navy. It's definitely worth it. You get to travel the world, you get to experience things that you never really will experience in civilian life, and you get paid to do most of it. You rarely have to pay loads of money to go and experience really good things. So I got to go skiing when I was in training, and it cost me 220 quid to go for a week skiing. That was kit included, accommodation, food, the full whack. You know, you can do all sorts, but what you need to visualize, okay, and think about is the end goal. What is your end goal? In life, you have to go through tough times to reach a positive outcome. The good things in life normally aren't easy, right? And training is one of them, okay? You need to play the game, complete the 14 weeks at Pirbright or Winchester, or a little bit longer, obviously, if you're going to Harrogate, right? And then when you get out of that, you get to experience real life. The real army, the field army, is not like Phase 1 training. Yes, you still have inspections. Yes, you still have parades at the beginning of the day and normally throughout the day. Yes, you need to turn up with a good turnout, okay, kit ironed and stuff every night, polish your boots, and you need to be well disciplined throughout. But training is tough, right? And you just need to visualize the end goal, okay? Visualize why you're doing this. Why have you joined the army? Rethink about that. Don't just think, this is crap, I want to leave. Think about, why have I joined the army, okay? What is the reason, okay? I want to go and do this trade to then lead on to this. So I want to go and do operations in this country, or I want to do this job because then it will lead on to this. I want to future go to the PTI Corps. I'd like to give UKSF selection a go and hopefully end up as part of UKSF. You might want to join the engineers to get a trade. You might want to join the parachute regiment and then go on to Pathfinders. Not that you have to be parachute regiment to join the Pathfinders, but that might be something. Join 16 Brigade because you get paid to jump out of planes. Can't complain with that, getting paid to jump out of a plane. You know, think of all the adventures training that you're going to get in the army in the future down the line. You need to visualize the end goal and think about why you're doing this, okay? Everything in the army is done for a reason, okay? The instructors, you know, they're not going to do anything without there being a reason behind it, okay? Physical training's there to be tough, to get you fit to be a soldier. You need to be fit on the battlefield to be on operations, okay? You know, room inspections are there to install discipline, to ensure that you have good admin and hygiene. Think if you can't have good admin and hygiene, how are you going to have good admin and hygiene when you're out on the field and on exercise or in operations, okay? Everything is done for a reason. So just think of your end goal, be positive, okay? Positive visualization, just go, right, I'm on this PT, okay? PT has got to end at some point. It might be hard and tough at the time, but it's not going to last more than an hour and a half. Unless you're doing a long tab, it might last 2 hours. But if you're doing a circuit, it's going to last most probably max an hour. That's including a warm up and a cool down. So you're doing about 30 to 40 minutes work. At some point it's going to end. At some point that tab is going to end. So just visualize yourself at the finish line and how you would feel once you completed it. Same when it comes to training. Break it down into small goals, okay? Break it down into weeks, break those weeks down into days, break those days down into hours. Go. Right, all I'm going to think about is this lesson, okay? So the next lesson is skill at arms. All I'm going to think about is that skill at arms lesson. When you complete that skill at arms, give yourself a little tick, give yourself a well done. It's all about little wins in life, completing little goals. Okay, skill at arms done, don't have to worry about that lesson. Past, yeah, it's in the past. Right, I've completed it. Okay, what's next? Lunch, right, gonna have lunch, done. Enjoy lunch, forget about work. Just eat your scoff, chat to your mates, within your section and your platoon, okay, and then go, right, that's over, what's your next lesson? Cool, and then you can start ticking off the hours, you can start ticking off the lessons, start ticking off the days, okay? Break it down and just don't worry about things in the future and forget about the things in the past. Okay, if you mess up in a lesson or an exercise, yeah, the instructor might have a word with you, right? But all he wants to see is that you correct it in the next lesson, okay, or the next exercise. So when you keep making the same mistakes, just learn from your mistakes. Don't worry about failure. Failure is a good thing. It allows you to learn, it allows you to develop, it allows you to progress. Right? So those will happen. The instructor, yes, you might have a few bee stings, but don't worry about it. Enjoy it, enjoy the process, and just think about what you want to do when you get into the field army. You want to go on to overseas exercises. You want to go adventure training. Like I said, people go skiing, Nordic skiing, alpine skiing. People do football tours in America, rugby tours in America, New Zealand, Australia. You know, you get to go Kenya on exercise and you do adventure training out in Kenya, just get free safaris that people pay thousands for. I went to America for a week, people do that all the time. I know people that have been to Kazakhstan, Australia, all sorts of places, you know, so just think of the end goal and think about what it is you want to do, whether you want to be a PTI, PT Corps, UKSF, Pathfinders, join the engineers and go and be a diver, or anything like that. So hope this video is helpful. Please just rethink before you have that sudden impulse of I want to quit. Sit down, go through the positive and negatives of the British Army, go through your reason why, positively visualize yourself at the end goal, and then say whether you want to quit or not. Don't just go, I'm quitting, bomb, yeah, this is what I want to do. You're going for an interview, you're a bit upset, you're a bit angry, go, sir, I want to quit. Yep, I 100% want to quit. You quit, they get you out, and then a week later you're like, you've calmed down, you've had time to think about what's going on, and you're like, actually, I didn't want to quit, but it's too late. So just sit down. Whenever you get those sudden impulses, sit down, write down your reasons of why you're here, you know, the positives of the army. Yes, there is negatives, but I'm sure the positives will outweigh the negatives, okay? And then just visualize the end goal and think of your goal, why you're there. That's the biggest thing. Hope the video's been helpful. Once again, please, if you could give us a thumbs up, really helps the channel. Click that subscription button and notifications bell. Comment below with any sort of videos you want to see. And I'll see you in future videos. Cheers.
You have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to be, who you're going to be, who you're going to be.